Nice. Good to go there?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everybody and welcome. We will reconvene the election board meeting. I'll note that we have been in recess since the Monday before Election Day. We had a public meeting that day, and as we traditionally do, we recessed the meeting as a precaution in the event if we needed to assemble in a hurry. Fortunately, that didn't have to happen. So we are reconvening that meeting, and I'll call it to order. Today is Monday, June 9 of 2025. I'll note the meeting has been appropriately advertised in accordance with Sunshine Law. I believe that ad appeared on Saturday. Thank you, Vanessa. And also a couple housekeeping items. If you have a cell phone, if you could please put it on silent, we'd appreciate you doing that. And then in a few moments, we'll have two opportunities for public comment. You're welcome to speak both times, one of the two times, or if you're just here to listen, that's equally fine. We do ask if you do have comments that may be related to election board matters, and if you try to limit your time to about 5 minutes or so. We always begin the begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then if you could remain standing for a moment of silence, Mr. Germani,
Yes.
lead us in the pledge.
I will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tim. We remain standing for just a moment of silence, please. Thank you all. Vanessa, could you call the roll?
Commissioner Sinata?
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. So we do have a quorum. And at this time, I'll open the floor for any public comment that anyone might have. All righty. We'll do this again before we adjourn. And item 2, and you got a copy of the agenda, Mr. Buck?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Item 2 on that agenda would be Mr. Germani's report. I'll turn it over to you. Forgive me. Before I do that, opening comments from my colleagues. Mr. Sinata? No? Mr. Kennedy?
None.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
That's all right, not a problem. So we're here to certify results, final certification. All ballots are in and counted. With that being said, what I have to say that there were total ballots cast of 15,272 ballots. We had 11,231 election day votes, 4,028 mail-in votes, and then 13 provisionals that were counted. It was a good election. We didn't have any problems. The voter turnout for this election was 26.72%, which was higher than I anticipated, to tell you the truth. So we had no problem. I really have nothing to report except that today is the deadline for final certification and ballot certification. So we can get that signed and going, and we'll be ready to go.
Tim, thank you so
Yes.
much. We'll get to that in just a moment.
Sure.
I do want to thank, and I'm sure I speak for my two fellow commissioners, thank all the staff, Susan and Tim and all of your fellow employees in the election office. You did an outstanding job from
Always.
day one to today.
Yeah.
And we were all here election night. Chairman Buck was here. We saw how smoothly everything ran. I think we were out here right around 11 o'clock. You
Yeah.
figure polls close at 8,
Yeah.
and it takes them a little while to get everything here, and we still were able to conclude. I left it upstairs, but I did see a report that of all 67 counties, we were 8th in the state in terms of our percentage turnout. So the vast majority of counties had a lower turnout than we did.
Yeah.
This little county out in the northeastern part of the state, Wyoming County, they had the best. They were at about 30 or 31%. And the worst turnout was in Franklin County, not Franklin, Pennsylvania, Franklin County. County seat is Chambersburg in the southern and south central part of the county. They were at about 15%. So, you wish it were high every year. You wish it were like each presidential, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work that way. So we're very grateful for all the hard work you folks put into bringing this about. Mr. Kennedy, do you have anything to add to what Mr. Germaini had to say?
So just thank you, Tim, and even you proved us that you can take a couple days off sick and your staff fills right in and they didn't miss a beat. So thank you, Susan, for doing what you did. Tim got to recuperate there. He was, you were a little sick.
Yeah, still got a little bit. That was 2 weeks ago. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Mr. Sonata.
I just concur with what you said, Commissioner Kennedy. I'd like to also compliment those young students who were there on election night.
Yeah.
I know that we have a nice group from Mohawk there as well as various other schools. And those kids didn't miss a beat. They were waiting, and is it Mr. Rona out in Mohawk? Yes, I've known him for a while, and I used to visit the schools out there, and he was out there with the kids, and those things come in and those things will get here. And I mean, it went very smooth, and I think we had a final number right before 10 o'clock.
That was a little after 10.
I know it was close. I mean,
Yeah, it was
get
pretty
that,
close, yeah.
considering. So I'm just saying, those students, Tim, I think is a great idea.
Yeah.
Gets them into democracy, gets them to understand it. It's sort of like sophomores, 10th, 11th graders. So hopefully they'll come back. I think.
Yeah, it's the youngest group I think I've had.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know because they were really
Yeah.
into the election process and government, and because I had an opportunity to talk to them, and it's like that's good. It's to see them at that age, and it gives them an opportunity to see how the process works. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and I commend your staff as well. And I know Susie, you've got many years under your belt, and you as well, Tim. So hopefully we have just a smooth election in the fall. That's all that people can ask is a fair election, and I think we've seen it. I know Chairman Buck was there, and you observed how things were run, and you can't ask for anything more than what we had in Lawrence County. So.
Thank you.
I will add this to it. Being on the outside this time, looking in, we can thank our IT department too, because
Yes.
I knew before the phone call come in what the final results were. Joe called me shortly after and said, "Here's what the other." So I already got them. They're already online. So we can thank them guys for working with you too and getting that done.
Yeah, they get them out very, very quickly, so.
Again, our thanks to you. One question for Vanessa, actually. We didn't have any minutes to approve today, but that would be, I'm assuming, partly because the meeting we had the day before Election Day, we recessed it.
Right.
So I'm assuming when you do those minutes, you'll include this, what we do today, and it'll be all bundled.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. So we are caught up on minutes. Okay, thank you so much.
Sure.
That takes us to item 3. What number would we assign this one, Vanessa?
Number 4.
This would be Resolution 2025-4. It's brief. If you don't mind, I'll read it into the record. Pursuant to the Pennsylvania Election Code, the Lawrence County Board of Elections is required to certify the results of the primary election, which was held on May 20, 2025. And whereas Tim Germaini, the Lawrence County Elections Director, provided to the board that all votes have been counted. Therefore, be it resolved that the Lawrence County Board of Elections does hereby certify the results of the general primary election, which was held on May 20 of 2025. Would one of my colleagues care to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you, and I'll open it for discussion. Mr. Sonata, any comments? No? Mr. Kennedy? No. Okay, thank you. And Tim, you're recommending approval of this.
I am.
All righty, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. The results are now certified. If If Debbie from the Newcastle News is watching us, our packet is pretty slight, but we'll have it upstairs for you to pick up if you'd like, Debbie. Before I go to public comment, anything else on your end, Tim?
No, just that, like I said, the election was, really good, really good.
You had, of course, as you do every election, go through you tabulate all the write-ins, and then you had a couple of areas where there were some ties, and you did a tie-breaking process.
We did.
When you do that, do you then notify the person who is successful in that process? They're notified of the fact that, okay,
I know.
okay,
You'll get a certificate.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Are they there for when they do that process?
It's offered, but if they're not, then we just draw the numbers out of the pot.
Did anyone show up?
Nobody showed up.
No kidding. All righty. Once again, before I go to public comment, anything else from anybody up here at the table? I will open it for public comment, if anybody, Mr. Buck.
Yes, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'd like to reiterate what everybody has said here. I became a chairman of Morris County Democratic Party 3 years ago this month. Been involved, my whole family, in politics, getting out, door knocking and handing literature out. But becoming a chair and able to come in here and watch everything that transpires from the elections office to the commissioners to the judges, especially on election night, you do the greatest job I've ever seen. Of course, I haven't seen a lot, but I'll tell you what, anybody who wants to criticize what happens, they have no idea how good it is ran up here, professional, and I commend you for it. I just can't say that enough.
Thank you.
Chairman, thank you so much. Appreciate your comments. And you made an interesting point. We did have on election night, the law requires that a judge of the Court of Common Pleas be available. And we actually had two of our sitting judges here the whole evening, Judge Cox and Judge Hodge. They were both here observing and monitoring. And fortunately, we didn't have to go to them with any issues, if I'm not mistaken.
Not at all.
But thank you for noting their presence as well. Any other public comments at this time? Well, we thank everybody, and this does allow us to adjourn the meeting if the board is so willing. And that being said, may I please have an adjournment motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you both, gentlemen. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same sign. The motion carries. The meeting is now adjourned. Eric, thank you. And Susan, again, our appreciation.